Today's subject is full moon rising. You had a full moon that kicked in on yesterday. We're still in the vibration of that. This full moon kicked in at 27 degrees of Cancer. And the moon, of course, has rulership over the sign Cancer. So the energetics of the moon is so amazingly strong when it's in the sign of Cancer, because that's its natural home place. There's a tremendous amount of energies that are at work in this frequency of the moon. When the moon is full in Cancer, then the sun is exactly opposite the moon. So the moon is 27 degrees of Cancer and the sun is 27 degrees of Capricorn. And Pluto is very close to the sun at 26 degrees of Capricorn. So this particular full moon energy is very much woven into the resonance of Pluto. Pluto's death, regeneration, transformation. So we've been looking at what are the ways in which we need to die, or what aspects of our behavior, what aspects of our personality needs to die, needs to come to an end, so that a new resonance of being can be reborn. Whenever the moon is in Cancer, there's a tremendous amount of emotional energy, and it's really multiplied many times with Pluto being conjunct the sun and therefore in opposition to the moon as well. So Pluto has to do with contracts and renegotiation of contracts. And so, what are the contracts that we have with our emotional being? What are the ways in which we need to experience a renegotiation of contracts relative to our emotional being? How is it that we dance with our emotionality? Are we wielding the power of our feeling nature? When we're wielding the power of our feeling nature, then we are in the divine use of our imagination. Imagination, which ties into intuition, and where we see inwardly what it is that we want to bring into fruition and outward manifestation. How are you using your imagination, beloved? How are you using your feeling nature? Are you of the deliberate creation of choosing what you want to feel and choosing to breathe life force into those feelings to therefore be about the business of creation? We create through our feeling nature. To feel is to heal. To feel is to reveal. That which we feel ultimately becomes revealed in the manifestation on the wings of our creation. The Plutonian energy associated with this full moon is a resonance of being able to see into the deeper depths of things. Pluto is a representation of the hidden places of life, the things that are below sea level, the things that have a resonance with the deepest recesses of our being. What resonance of the depth of being do we want to call forth into the surface? So I'm going to offer some tones now to facilitate the awakening of this vibration of our feelings and lending the frequency of our feelings to give empowerment to our intention to manifest our heart's desire. You know, what it is that we are wanting. To also experience the balance of our emotional being, the balance of our empathic nature, to choose what we want to be empathically impressed upon by, like we want to be empathically showered upon by the vibrations of bliss, the vibrations of peace, the vibrations of balance, the vibrations of equilibrium, the vibrations of creative thrust, the thrust of creation that moves through us to bring about the manifestation of our heart's desire. So ride the wings with me of these tones to facilitate the manifestation of our most benevolent heart's desires. And we call you forth, beloved Creator Source, God, Goddess Absolute, to come into the sacred circle of this now moment that we share, to give greater empowerment to our thrust of creation and our divine and deliberate intentions. Ride the wings with me, beloved, on wings of creation. See your heart's desire coming into crystallized manifestation. As we send forth these energies, we say ad infinitum, meaning that we send forth this vibration of intention to reach out and give empowerment to every other vibration of benevolent intention that is, was, or ever will be, and in turn be empowered by every other benevolent intention that is, was, or ever will be. Ride with me, beloveds. Divine Creator, we align with the infinite, eternal, omnipresent, and multi-dimensional resonance of our beingness that comprises the all that is, allowing the all-dimensionality of being to harmonically converge within the individualization of our being. Beloved full moon in Cancer, we speak unto your most exalted resonance, your most benevolent resonance, and we call you into sacred service within the domain of our being and our divine intentionality and our thrust of creation. Mountain heights of heaven's land, we now invoke the master plan. Because it's our divine birthright, we're giving back our cosmic sight at dawn of life. We were so high, and with the angels we did fly. And we now ascend a higher plane, and the ancient times now come again. 'Tis in the name of holy peace that all our blessings now increase. Our great abundance now comply with the power of our single eye. We bless the darkness, make it right, reverse the tide, and free the light. God, Goddess, make our power ever pure, else let the power not endure. We love and lift our fellow man and understand the master plan. For us there's simply nothing new except that which we always knew. First I spin at speed of light, within, without. Come now our sight, O mighty spirit Elohim. Make truth of this our cosmic dream. Yes, our eyes really single with light, our bodies do now tingle. Oh, our souls are so brand new, we now know all that we once knew. Bridge across the seas of time, yield passage to this soul of thine. Let us taste the ecstasy we knew before human misery. A mighty essence then are we wrote the pages of eternity. We're dancing on a sea of being, light and love we're all decreeing. Calling to our fallen self, time to regain heaven's wealth. Cross the bridge of what's to be, where from your nightmare we are free. I hear the angels calling me, saying, wake up, God, you're really free. Wipe the nightmare from your eye, spread your wings and watch death die. Bridge across the seas of time, shackles of our soul unbind, awake now from illusions dread. We're safe at home in heaven's bed. Let it be God, capstone of my soul, unfailing spirit, fulfill my goals. Let it be power in the word of my mouth. I conquer with faith, dissolve fear and doubt. Let it be wisdom as the fuel of my knowledge. Let it be ablaze within my heart. I must be consistent in the game of life, that wisdom may finish what knowledge did start. Let there be love in the work of my hand, my life as a blessing under God and man. Let there be peace as the wings of my mind, O sun of serenity around me shine. Let there be joy of truth, a bubbling in my soul, dissolver of sadness. Come make me whole. Let there be abundance raining down upon me, my life be enriched with prosperity. And there is the fulfillment of let there be, for life will always give me. But as far as I can see, let there be, let there be, let there be, let there be, and there is, and there was, and there ever shall be. So rise up, beloved. Rise up on the wings of your divine nature. Rise up and remember who you are. In the chart for the year 2022, there is a very close conjunction of the planet Pluto and the planet Venus, meaning that we have great renegotiation of contracts relative to our experience with relationship, renegotiation of contracts relative to our relationship with money and possessions. It is time to own the benevolence of our divine, abundant nature. We are the heir of all of the abundance that is, was, or ever will be. By the grace of God, Goddess, we own the thrust of power that exists within the emotionality of the full moon. We give that thrust of emotional energy onto the fulfillment of our highest prayers. We realize that we are infinite worthiness of all of the benevolence and all of the blessedness that is, was, or ever will be. Every amazing blessing that life could possibly offer is the resonance of our own blessedness. With the owning power of God, Goddess Absolute, and the whole of the universe and the entire ascended host, we own the abundance that we have inherited from Creator Source. We send forth this blessedness to dissolve the cause and core of any and all negative vibrations, any and all vibrations of forgetting who and what we really are, in the recognition that when we pierce to the central core of any and everything, we find pure light. We pierce to the core of the fear and we engage with the light. We pierce to the core of worry, to the core of treachery, and we find nothing but pure light. We live in the resonance of the I and the I am of the storm, where there is nothing but pure light. We awaken to our inner divinity and we give a counterpart of the blessedness that we individually are unto the collectiveness of the all that is. We elevate in our appreciation of the fact that we are a blessing unto life ad infinitum. That the all that is over the moon in blessedness that emanates from the individualization of our being. We recognize that we are a blessing unto the all that is. We recognize that we are a blessing unto Creator Source. We allow that be the triggering of the skyrocketing of our self-esteem, that we bless the all that is. We send forth this energy to bring benevolence and balance into our world. Align with me, beloved. Merging the power of creation that we share to transcend all malicious intention on the part of the false powers that be within the world. See with me, intend with me, beloved, the dissolving away of malicious control. See the elevation of the strength and the sovereignty of every being that moves in the resonance of the inner divinity, in the awareness that no being has the right to govern the unfolding of our being and our free will, and that we would be of the benevolent expression of free will, never harming another being in the expression of our free will, but always standing firm in the right to be who we are and to not yield to the treachery of those forces that would like to be in control of us. We are the thrust of divinity. We are the thrust of the entire ascended host, every angel and ascended master. Even now, in the resonance of this now moment, we allow ourselves to align with the Akashic records, the book of God's remembrance, containing the knowledge of all things, in the recognition that we are the microcosmic container of the macrocosmic all that is. We come home to ourselves. We remember our divinity. We dance in the resonance of our equilibrium. We are in the embrace of bliss, in the embrace of peace, in the embrace of creative expression, in the embrace of sacred brotherhood and sisterhood, in the embrace of the divine peopleocracy. We come home to the absoluteness of our being. We come home with the coming home power of God, Goddess Almighty. We stand in the resonance of wholeness. We call forth from the very inner sanctum of Creator Source that vibration of wholeness and healing. Wholeness is our nature. Well-being is our nature. Peace is our nature. Bliss is our nature. Benevolence is our nature. Powerful creative expression is our nature. Fearlessness is our nature. Divine courageousness, our nature. We come home to the benevolence of our being. We are so grateful to live in the benevolence of our being. We are divine. I thank you, beloved, for remembering with me who you are. I thank you for being in the embrace of your eternal nature, in the knowingness that no darkness will ever outdistance you. No pain, no sickness, no fear will ever outdistance you. You are the very stuff that eternity is made of. You are a focalization of divinity, a focalization of Godhood. You are the resonance of divine independence. You are the epitome of freedom. Every cell within your being breathes the breath of freedom. All is well in the kingdom of this now moment. All is well in the kingdom of our souls. I am Astarius Miraculii, your champion, loving you so much, seeing you in the greatest exaltation of your being the knowingness that God, Goddess Absolute, and the entire host of heaven is over the moon in appreciation for the glory of who you are. The glory of your being has set the universe on fire. The glory of your being has caused the universe to be weak in the knees. God, Goddess Absolute, tingling all over the infinite selfhood of Source by virtue of your being. Yes, you are all that and more. I am Astarius Miraculii. My website, Astarius.com. Astarius.com. I have a great number of music albums and a couple of books there. I am available for intuitive astrological readings, sound healing transmissions with didgeridoo, vocal harmonics, and Reiki. Also teach Reiki. Thank you so much for all of your comments. People are blessed and up-leveled in their beingness by virtue of your comments. Thank you for your donations. So many of you have been so kind. I received donations by way of Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, as well as a donation button on my website, Astarius.com, Astarius.com. Thank you for coming home to yourself. Thank you for remembering who you truly are. Thank you for having the presence of mind and heart to offer a counterpart of all of your blessings unto the wholeness of life, and being of the awareness that when you share forth your blessings, they are then 3 times given. For they were given unto you initially, and when you share them forward, that's the second giving. And out of the graciousness of the universe, God and the all that is, that blessing is given back to you yet again. When you share, the blessings are 3 times given, and you receive them twice. All is well in the kingdom of this now. Feel the interconnectedness with every being that is dancing in the exaltation of their being. Thank you for being in the awareness that every exalted being is you by extension. Every amazing creation is your co-creation, because you live as a counterpart cell within every being that is, was, or ever will be, as the whole of the universe lives within the inner sanctum of you, as you are a soul in the body of the universe, and the universe a multifaceted cell in the body of your soul. Thank you for owning the vastness of who you are. And I love you so much.